Oscars are regarded by many as the most prestigious, significant awards in the film industry worldwide.
And the Oscar goes to
Matthew McConaughey.
Bong Joon-ho.
Mom, I just want an Oscar!
There are 24 Oscar categories in total, and in this video, we'll try to find out why there isn't one for color grading, and why there likely won't ever be. We've all seen films with dominant, memorable color palettes, from the pink tones of the Grand Budapest Hotel to the green ones of The Matrix.
The Matrix is everywhere.
In the world of cinema, color grading refers to the manipulation of film and video images to create desired and consistent color tones throughout a motion picture. There are 5 elements which determine the look of a film: camera, necessary to film a movie; set design, the environment where the scene is filmed; costume design, costumes the actors are wearing; lighting, direction, source, and color of light; and finally, color grading, process of enhancing and altering the color of footage. Out of these 5, set design and costume design have their own separate Oscars, while the camera, lighting, and color grading all belong to one Oscar, Best Cinematography. However, the difference is that the camera movement and lighting are both done on set, making it the 2 factors that a cinematographer can oversee, hence making sense for that Oscar to go to the cinematographer of the movie. Color grading itself is a different discipline, away from the set, making decisions in a darkened room. That sounds a lot similar to editing and visual effects, which both happen to have a dedicated Oscar award. So why doesn't color grading have its separate Oscar? When it comes to color grading, it's difficult to know who made the actual calls: cinematographer, director, or the colorist. If the color grade would be the final decision of an artist, in this case, a colorist performing the task, then it would make sense for a separate award to exist. But then still, it's easier to color grade well-shot footage. So shouldn't the cinematographer still get some credit for that? A solution can be a second cinematography-related Oscar, one for color grading, and it could be shared between the cinematographer and colorist, something like the Oscar for Best Production Design, which is shared between the production designer and set decorator. Separating a cinematography Oscar into 2 might seem like an easy solution, and something similar was done in the past. Until 1967, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences gave out 2 Oscars for cinematography, one for color films and another for black and white films. As black and white films became less common, people started talking about whether there should be 2 cinematography Oscars again. This time, one for movies filmed in a traditional way, and another for movies with lots of digital and visual effects. Cinematographer Robert Richardson says, "I wish there were 2 categories, because some films are shot more normal, while others have lots of visual effects and not much live action." On one side, there's a movie like Richardson's Hateful Eight, filmed in 65mm using Panavision Ultra 70 lenses. To make this 70mm film version for its roadshow release, Richardson and his team didn't use the usual digital process. Rather, they went old school, using chemical methods instead of digital tools to get the film's colors just right. On the other side, there are movies with lots of visual effects, like Life of Pi. This movie started a big discussion when Claudio Miranda won the Oscar for cinematography in 2013. Richardson says it's not fair right now, because a lot of what people see isn't actually filmed by the cinematographer. Instead, it's made by computer artists and a director who works together with the cinematographer. He thinks it would be better to have 2 categories, so it's more fair and exciting. The problem is, it's hard to say what percentage of a movie is visual effects and what part is filmed in a traditional way, which results in the audience and the Academy not realizing how much work has been done in the process of color grading, leading to the most obvious color grades to be praised, while the less obvious ones, which are done so good that we don't even notice them, go out of sight. Practically the same thing which happens with visual effects. Some visual effects are so well done we don't even notice they are computer-generated, and they end up not getting the praise they deserve. Another similarity between visual effects and color grading is that they are both relatively new compared to directing, cinematography, costume design, and others. And since visual effects already has an Oscar award, the path for color grading might be similar to the one of visual effects, where more specialized awards were given out initially, evolving into something more permanent. So if an Oscar for outstanding achievement in color grading happens in the future, it might not just appear one year, but over a period of several years. Additional problem is that color grading depends on things like how the movie was made, how it was filmed, and what the director or producer wants. This means the colorist doesn't do all the creative work, and it's hard to know how difficult their job was. If you want to give a Best Color Grading award, do you choose a movie that was filmed really well and needed little change, or one that was changed a lot, so much that you can't see the original filming? It's hard to know what was done without seeing before and after pictures, even for people who know about color grading. It's easier to judge visual effects because making them fit into the movie is a big part of the skill, and the visual effects team mostly does the designing, not the people making the movie. Another reason why the Oscar for color grading is currently unlikely to happen is because there isn't a colorist group in the US or around the world, and also because American Oscars and Emmys are moving towards fewer awards, especially technical ones. Let's just watch this clip when Mike Myers made fun of the Oscars for Best Sound and Best Sound Editing in 2001.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the award we've all been waiting for. Sound and sound editing. Now, I know what you're asking yourself. Will the winner this year be Chet Flippy or Tommy Blue Blue? Or perhaps even Chad Shibidakar? But what I do know is that what's in this envelope is going to send shockwaves through the industry.
This shows how big stars can be out of touch with the hard work, skill, and money needed for technical parts of movies, forgetting the unsung heroes who excel in technical aspects and perform behind-the-scenes feats. Which reminds of another, often overlooked discipline that also doesn't have an Oscar: stunts. Stunts and color grading might seem like two completely different disciplines, but they have more in common than you think. The Academy has tended to create categories and give awards for two basic types of achievements in filmmaking: creative and technical. Stunt performers and coordinators argue they are both, and the same could be said about colorists. Sometimes the job of a colorist is more of a technical one, like correcting technical color errors. Other times it's used for artistic purposes to ensure that the film's carefully curated color palette conveys a specific atmosphere, style, or emotion. Another thing that stunts and color grading have in common is that they work best when they go unnoticed. As Jeff Wolf, the president of the Stuntmen's Association, stated, "There's an old guard in Hollywood that views stunt work as something that should be seen and not heard, to keep the magic alive. That's changing, but it's a slow process." To put it this way, the general public is interested in magic, but not so much in how it's created. However, if you are interested in achieving the magic of color grading, feel free to check out our Movie LUTs and Lightroom profiles, designed to help you achieve that professional, cinematic look with ease. These tools are perfect for those looking to bring their projects to life and create a unique visual identity. Additionally, if you're looking to dive even deeper into the world of color grading, we invite you to check out our comprehensive color grading course. This course will guide you through the process, providing you with the knowledge and skills required to elevate your projects to a whole new level. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.